Hello everyone, it's Nina and welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a video that feels long overdue. I feel like I do not talk about my love of physical media nearly enough on this channel. Obviously this channel is Nina's library and I primarily focus on books, but a library is more than just books. And I personally also collect a lot of other forms of media besides just books. I've talked about some of the movies and TV shows I've watched in different media wrap-ups, but I've not done any physical media hauls besides I think one short on my channel. And I just really wanted to showcase more parts of my collection as it continues to grow. I have been a huge collector of physical media for a very long time, pretty much ever since my childhood. My dad is a huge record and CD collector. He's one of those guys you see on YouTube that has the 500 to 1,000 plus record collections. And beyond his influence, I've collected a lot of CDs from being in the K-pop fandom for a long time. Pretty much ever since I was in high school. I've definitely phased out of buying new CDs for that, just because I don't keep up with nearly as many groups as I used to. But I still do have a very large collection of CDs from that. And in recent years, my wife has gotten a lot more into physical media collecting with me. I really want us to film, and I actually did film this, but then I messed up the audio, us doing a collection of all of our DVDs and Blu-rays. So I'm hoping to eventually refilm that, maybe next time we have a long weekend, so that I can show you guys everything we have there. That video will definitely be very long, because I'm pretty sure when we filmed it last time, it was an hour and a half to 2 hours worth of filming. And our collection continues to always grow, so that's a big video to look out for sometime in the future. But for right now, I thought I would show you some of the stuff that I've recently picked up, as well as do an unboxing of some records that I recently got that I'm so excited for. So yeah, without further ado, let's get right into the video. Our collections are pretty much all over the place in terms of genre, as well as things that are both old and new, because sometimes I will get new releases, but I also usually do a lot of thrifting or looking at secondhand record and CD stores. I think I will start off with the DVDs and Blu-rays that we recently got. This stack here is all stuff that my wife picked out. The first one we have here is Lego Batman movie. This is one of my wife's favorite movies, and we finally got it on Blu-ray. I have seen this and it's so cute. I really like the Lego movies, and I think this one is just as adorable as the first one. Next we have, honestly, the perfect double feature. We have Zodiac, directed by David Fincher, as well as Spotlight. These are both kind of detective newsroom focused movies. Spotlight, I believe, won the Academy Award for Best Picture in 2014 or 2015. Both of these we got from Jupiter Records, which is our favorite place to hunt for DVDs, because they have a $1 room in the back, just full of bins and bins of DVDs. And the Lego Batman movie was also from them. They have another section of buy 3 for $5 Blu-rays. And the last of the single DVDs I have is Breaking Dawn Part 1. This is the only one of the Twilight movies that we didn't have in our collection. This is also the French-Canadian edition, because it has both the English and the French titles on it. As I mentioned before, this is my least favorite of the Twilight movies, but we did need it to complete the collection. I got seasons 1 and seasons 2 of Lost. These are the full box sets, and both of them were each $2. I'm so happy. We've been watching Lost for the first time because our friend Day got really into it, and we had only finished watching season 1 with the library's set of DVDs. But now that we own the second season, we can kind of watch them at our own pace and not have to worry about the DVDs being due back at the library. So we're currently in the middle of watching season 2. I'm so excited. I love this show so far. The first season was so good. Here's a kind of look at what is on the slipcase. For this one, all of the DVDs have different relevant objects on them. And then the back just has different images of the characters throughout the season. I'm so glad we got these. They were such a good find. Okay, now let's go through the stack of CDs that we picked out. These first two are both from Half Price Books. We have Kelly Clarkson, Breakaway. This is one that my wife had found. And then we have Rainbow by Kesha. I love this album. I can't wait to add this to my phone so I can listen to it again. As I've mentioned before, we can't go to Half Price Books because we live in Pennsylvania and there aren't any Half Price Books around here. But when we were in Chicago for GoFest, we did make an effort to go out to one to check out what they had. Okay, the next set of CDs are all ones I actually got from Barnes & Noble. Primarily because my wife really wanted to order this one, which is Hilary Duff's Luck or Something. This is her new album. My wife is a ride or die Hilary Duff fan, and I quite like this album as well, so I'm excited to add it to my phone as well to listen to. And we are also going to be going to see Hilary Duff in concert, so very excited for that. Next one I picked up is I Don't Know How But They Found Me, otherwise known as IDK How, their first album Razzmatazz. I owned their second album that I got when we saw them in concert, but this one is actually my preferred of their two albums that are out. So I'm excited to finally have this to add to my collection. And lastly, of the CDs that I picked up, we have Fine Line by Harry Styles. I can't believe I didn't buy this before now because this is my favorite Harry album. Definitely going to buy the rest of his discography at some point, either on vinyl or CD, but this is just the first one I started out with. Okay, lastly, I'll show you the one record I have already opened, but then I also have a package that we can unbox of some more records I recently got. So the only record I bought so far this year is Stampede by Orville Peck. I really, really like this album. It took a little while to grow on me, but I really do like a lot of the songs on here. And overall, Orville Peck is probably my favorite musical artist. He's so different than anything else that I listen to because I think like most people, I'm not the biggest country fan, but his style of more old school cowboy country is really, really good. This particular edition is one from Barnes & Noble. So this is their Barnes & Noble exclusive Violet pressing. It looks a little bit more pink on camera, but it's just a kind of basic light solid purple. We have the gatefold image over here. This is a double LP and the second disc is just the same color. So this was the only record I had bought so far this year, but just recently I decided to put an order on Orville Peck's store because he restocked the Appaloosa vinyl. For a while they were sold out, which made me really sad because the vinyl pressing looked really pretty. And upon listening to Appaloosa, I realized that it might be my favorite of all of Orville Peck's albums. So I knew I wanted to physically own it in some form. And I ended up ordering both the vinyl as well as the CD and one of his other vinyl that was in stock as well. So let's go ahead and open up this box. It actually came a little bit early. It wasn't supposed to come until today, but it actually came 2 days ago. So it's been just sitting in the side of my entryway and I'm very excited to dig into it. The box only got slightly gouged, so I'm hoping that the records inside are fine. Okay, I got halfway, but then the box is ripping a lot. So I'm just gonna see if I can cut this open the rest of the way. And then we also have the CD with the packing slip and everything weirdly taped to it. So here is the CD for Appaloosa. I absolutely cannot wait to add this to my iTunes library so I can then add it to my phone. I just love every single song on this album. Now I'm going to take a look at the vinyl. They're kind of weirdly taped together. So the first vinyl I end up getting is Show Pony. This is his EP from 2020. I believe this one was also only released as a vinyl. Unfortunately, both this and Bronco, I'm pretty sure were only released as vinyl, which is very annoying to me because I would love to have them as CDs as well. But I figured I'm going to want to own probably all of Orville Peck's discography in any format, so I decided to go ahead and pick this one up. It doesn't have any type of hype sticker to tell you the color, but I'm pretty sure this is also a maybe slightly darker purple. Let's go ahead and open it up and double check. I just ripped the sticker while I was trying to pull this off, so I'm going to be normal. I'm going to feel very normal about that and maybe try it and repair it a little bit later, but for right now I'm just going to throw the plastic off to the side. Okay, so this one is a purple. Ooh, it's way, way darker of a purple than I thought. That it honestly looks almost black on camera, but yeah, it's very, very dark purple. And there was also a poster that just fell out while I was putting this back in, so let me grab that. So we have this image, and then all of the lyrics are on the inside. I just realized this jacket says Show Pony, and then there's all the ribbons for the horses on the back. That's so cute. And the other vinyl I got is Appaloosa. I'm so excited. This one is officially called a Tangerine and Sea Blue Galaxy vinyl. So let's go ahead and open this one up as well, and probably try not to rip the hype sticker if I'm lucky. So this one just has all of the lyrics on the jacket itself. And then as for the vinyl, whoa, this is so pretty. They call this a galaxy vinyl. It kind of almost has a tie-dye looking effect. So it's primarily teal and then there's orange kind of sprayed throughout it. Very, very pretty. I'm so happy with these. Oh my gosh, my little Orville collection is growing. I'm so happy to have all of these now. Definitely very much on the look for Pony on vinyl, even though I do already own it on CD. And to eventually get Bronco. I'm just trying to figure out which version I want, but I really, really love Bronco, so I definitely want to get that at some point. And with that, we were actually at the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this media haul of stuff that isn't books. I'd love to do more of these in the future because me and my wife are kind of always on the hunt for good thrift finds to add to our physical media collection. So I'd love to share more of the stuff we pick up in the future if you guys are interested. And yeah, that's going to be it for me today. If you guys enjoyed this video, consider liking, commenting, or subscribing if you aren't already. Consider following me on the Storygraph if you'd like to see my reading updates in real time, as well as following me on my Bookstagram, both of which are linked down below. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!